Hi everybody, this is Odd Samurai, and today I'm gonna be reacting to Bleach Tells in Your Blood War, episode 43. So, let's talk about last episode a little more. So, I was wondering last time on, if there was any type of symbolism in regards to that scene, the very first scene of the episode, with Inoue looking at flowers and saying, oh, this one reminds me of Ichigo. So I found a really good tweet of someone actually making a whole analysis for it. There's 3 pages of it with multiple paragraphs. So I'm just gonna read the first one, and then I'm gonna link their tweet here so you can go check it out to be more informed about that whole thing, because it goes about the first flower, then the flower that Tatsuki talks about in a different page, and then another one where Inoue looks at the flowers again, and now it's multiple ones. So I'm gonna just read word for word. In the scene, Orihime points to a flower and says that it reminds her of Ichigo. That flower is the Gloriosa. The primary symbolism of the Gloriosa stems from its flame-like appearance. Its upward curving petals, which resemble flickering flames, are associated with passion, courage, a fighting spirit, and an unwavering determination. In addition, its name itself conveys meanings such as glory, brilliance, and honor. The symbolism of this flower closely parallels the character Ichigo embodies throughout the series. In every conflict he faces, Ichigo chooses to move forward despite the fear and pain within him, driven by his unwavering desire to protect the people he cares about. The Gloriosa's flame-like form symbolizes the powerful will he carries within himself and the fighting spirit that never burns out. For this reason, Orihime's comparison of Ichigo to the Gloriosa is far more than a remark about his outward appearance. It is also a symbolic representation of the power, courage, and resilience that define him throughout his life. The ability to rise again after every fall. As such, the Gloriosa stands as one of the strongest symbols of Ichigo's response to conflict. His relentless struggle against life's hardships, in his journey towards discovering his true identity. So that was really interesting to me. I actually didn't expect such thorough thought put into the flowers chosen, but honestly, it does make sense. Why wouldn't you if you're gonna make a scene in regards to that? So yeah, that's that whole analysis in regards to the flower that Inoue compares Ichigo to. And I think it really fits him now that I know, what it symbolizes. And how, Inoue sees him as a person because of it. But yeah, if you want to know even more detailed explanations on the rest of the scene, then I'll leave the link of the tweet in the description. Then I also found here. Someone actually got the piece, page, or just a part of the storyboard for last episode, where asking smiles after Urahara is I am a scientist, and Kurotsuchi would create something if he is curious about a new innovation. And so he's like, then you're not one. And that's, what he's basically saying. And Askin smiles. And then we have, I think, Kubo's annotations about it. And here's what it says. Number one, in regards to what Askin is thinking during that. Number one, I like you because you say interesting things. 2, I'm jealous because you said something cool. 3, too bad I have to kill you. And 4, I don't want to fight you because I won't come out unscathed in a serious fight. His facial expression encompasses all of the above. I love that. Man. Kubo's expressions, it really does show how much he wants to come across here. And I think the anime really nailed that. Or, I mean, not always, but I mean, in this instance. Yeah, the fact that, all of those things Askin is feeling, and is conveyed through that smile. Especially like the I'm jealous because you said something cool, but also like I do not want to fight you. I don't want to experience the pain I'm gonna go through in order to try and defeat you. But at this point I have to, because you're not gonna let me leave otherwise, and I cannot let you keep on going because you're gonna be trouble to, Yuhabaha. And I also made a little, not little, but just another note, or like, I wrote down some yap in regards to, the asking Urahara fight. So let me find it. Okay, give me a second. Okay, found it. So, here. Askin is not someone that had the ambition or desire to create something new, but he's fascinated by someone who can and wants to be a witness to that. The way he's just been observing things from the margins up till now, it's also because of this. He much prefers seeing others be active. And this is true. Literally, like, all of Core 2, he just spends it observing others. Whether it's the Grammy fight, or just, choosing to not fight Mayuri, or just, waiting if he's gonna be chosen while 8-star readers attack Ichigo. He just, he feels like an outsider, and he feels kind of self-aware about that. Because, when he's revealed to be one of the Schutzstaffel, he is surprised that he's there at all. Because, he's surrounded by, 2 of the Soul King's body parts, and the first Star Ritter. So it's like, and he's just a guy. He's just a little guy. And so, he knows that he doesn't look like he's much of a threat, but he uses that to his advantage, Every time an opponent underestimates him, he makes sure that they do, so that they will be caught off guard when he proves that he is strong. Not as strong as the other 3 Schutzstaffel, but, is strong enough to show that Yohavaha did not make a mistake putting him in the group. And there's also something about how, like, Askin calls pretty much all the other stern readers by their first name, from all the ones that we see him talking to or about. But everyone else calls him by his last name. And I feel that goes to show how, there's a, that he has the desire to make connections with them, but it's just not reciprocated. They just reject him because of, the nonchalant, doesn't really care about anything persona that he puts on. And that's kind of sad. But yeah, I feel like that's the way that the role that he has before the invasion to the Soul Palace really adds to that. But yeah, I usually don't talk about, like, meta level analysis, but I really do feel like, he's, like, asking is meant to be, like, like us, an enjoyer of stories, and Yuha is, the creator, the writer, and asking just wants to see other people create, but he just doesn't have it in him to actually, grab a pen and do it himself. So that I feel like that, usually I don't care about meta analysis, but I feel like this one really enhances Askin's character. And then there's the contrast with Urahara, who doesn't want things to change. In fact, he's scared of change because, he wants to keep things the way they are. And he'll create new things to make it happen, and use whatever or whoever he deems necessary to do it. But at the same time, that's also an excuse because, it truly is, because he doesn't ever want to be caught off guard and hurt like Aizen did to him and turn back the pendulum. So this is a trauma response covered by duty. He's so scared to be forced to be that level of vulnerable again, so he'll hurt others for the means to an end. So he won't be the one on the receiving end of pain. And that's also another way he mirrors Askin. They're both afraid of death, but while Urahara will go incredible lengths to prevent this from happening, he wants the world to stay stagnant. Where Askin wants this to go away, and he wants to be a passenger of change. There's also the thing of, like, Askin being, the odd one out of the royal guard, because he's the only one that doesn't have any, special qualities to him, where Urahara is kind of like, the shadow 6th Squad 0 member. Like, he might not have been invited, but everything he does feels like as if he was part of it. And so they do all the dirty work while they stay in the royal palace. But Urahara does, sometimes go out there and do the dirty work himself. But, Askin was given the role by Yuha. Well, Urahara seizes it, assigning himself the responsibility of making all the plans. So yeah, I think that's all the new stuff I wanted to add in regards to last week's discussion. Like, I'm looking at, like, the Ishida versus Hashbolt and Ichigo versus Yuha segment of the episode. But I'll just wait to see more to talk about it. So, yeah. Let's get into this episode. Oh wait, subtitles? In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. volume. Oh, Kenpachi! Oh, okay, he's joining. Okay. We'll see, we'll see. But he got out of the healing pod. No, asking. I'ma miss you. I still need to learn the lyrics. No. Okay, let's go into it. That's right, don't underestimate her. Damn, bro. Ichigo, you just keeps on attacking her left and right. Okay, that means he's recognized her as a threat. I'm really liking the showcase of Inoue here. I feel like already she's been using her power more than in the manga. Yo, that's crazy. I feel like this is new dialogue. This is definitely like a new scene though. Okay, you know what? Using Santen Kishin and Soten Kishin at the same time? Oh! Go ahead, girl! Yo! Yo, that's badass. I gotta give it to her. She really doesn't get enough props for her participation in this fight. And now they're giving her more? Hell yeah. Ooh. Yeah. Well, A cool defensive ability by Ishida. Oh, my boy! I love that! Damn! Ooh, he is asking the hard questions. Yeah, the Yutsuga Jujutsu looks so pretty. Right. Yeah, with the Irasusando. Oh shit, you was just straight up saying it! What? Okay. We're just doing this. Ooh. Oh, this is so cool. Showing all the foreshadowing to this. And presented in such a ominous light. This is insane. But I am glad that that they're that they're having this here. That was a lot to take in. So, what happened to That scene with all the vizards ready to attack Gerard. Now they're all scattered. Alright. At least give them a cool showing before they eventually will go down. Oh, there's Hinamori. Hage. Huh. They didn't have her name the attack. Oh, alright, alright. Go ahead, come on, come on. Nice, nice. She said Mashiro and they translated it to white. They have in the pose again with everyone doing a settle? I like that, I like that. Nice, nice. Now, Hinamori. Let's not jinx it. We didn't even see the hit connect with them. Did that actually take all of them out? Wait, Hitsuda is here. He looks awful with the Queen's outfit. Cool, cool. Oh, in that scene in the manga she was carrying Shinji. Now where the hell is he? Nah, I don't like that they changed that. If he's not injured, at the very least have him standing next to her. Yeah. Oh, what are those? Oh. Oh. Oh, those expressions. The fact she actually managed to catch him, though. Inoue feet? Oh, I remember this from the manga. That's so cool. Old man Sangetsu. Cinema? Ah, that's where the episode ends. Okay. I'm gonna be honest, I hadn't heard the best things about this episode. I'm guessing because it doesn't have much Sakuga. But like the content itself, I really liked it. I don't know why, if there was another reason why people were complaining about it. Oh, now it's Inoue here. Oh, that's her, like, wanting to grab onto Ichigo's hand. Awesome. Now I'm wondering if every episode is gonna have a different character there. Oh, yo, this ending I think is one of my favorites in the series. Oh, post credits. Byakuya, ayy, that's goat. Oh, this moment. Now they made Byakuya look less comedic, but I'm fine with that. I like that the release he's. Oh, let's go! I really like Hitsugaya and Byakuya's synchronization there. Hitsugaya being self-conscious about his height right now, it's so funny. I mean, that is if like, all the layers in between the Serete and this place don't cut him into many pieces. This is a long post credits. Hoffnung, right. No me, no sarashi. Oh yeah, they have no idea. Yeah, that's what we all thought. I mean, I think Ichi was the only one that's always in constant shikai. Oh, the music. Oh shit. Nice. Oh shit. Now those two get injured as well. Mm-hmm. Oh. Oh, no sarashi? Yeah, that must be. The perfect crimson. Man. Yeah, I think my version of the episode does not have the illustrations at the end. That's a shame. I like them. Alright. Yeah, like, let me see. Yeah, post credits was basically like 5 minutes and a half. I'll allow it though because it does feel very. I guess they wanted it to feel very, put a distance between the rest of the episode in that section. But I mean, we still had the vizards fighting Gerard. So I don't know why they needed to, like have the ending in between them, but fair enough. No, I did say like, well, what are they complaining about? And I still don't know. But for me personally, now, you can call me naive for thinking that the vizards would be given like a original scene where they actually managed to injure Gerard to a point where he has to regenerate and get stronger with the miracle power. At least like something like Kenpachi did with cutting off his arm. But they don't even get that. Not only that, the way that they get taken out of the fight is so, like, strange to me. Like, we don't even see a close-up of Gerard's arm connecting with their bodies as they get flung away. They just disappear. Like, yeah, we see them as, like, you know, there's like little smoke lines, trajectories, where all of them get sent back through buildings. But first time watching is just like, oh, what happened? Because, you know, there's no emphasis on the actual, you know, direct contact between him and them. And because of the way that they, you know, they get taken out right as Hitsugaya appears. We don't even have Hinamori, you know, holding a injured Shinji in her shoulder as she sees Hitsugaya arrive to the battle. Like, that's definitely, like, you could call it a nitpick, that's fine. I'm just a Visor fan, and I am used to this group getting done dirty, but and I also really like the dynamic between Hinamori and Shinji. So that moment being changed, I am salty about that. In regards also to what it means for, you know, Hinamori. How she's so used to, you know, being the one protected and always just going down and just missing a lot of what happens because of it, plus the emotional damage. But this arc, she actually, you know, time and time again, she heals and protects Shinji. And she's finally getting to see, you know, what it feels more to have a sort of equal relationship with her captain. And healing from, you know, Aizen's grooming and manipulations. And so having her, you know, next to Shinji, being his protector, as she sees Hitsugaya arrive, who, you know, has Hinamori as a big motivation for why, you know, he trains and gets stronger for most of the series. It's a nice moment. And that kind of, you know, it got, the way that it got changed, I'm not a fan of. Yeah, it's just, you know, at the very least, I wish that the Vizards would have gotten a better animated action sequence before being out of the fight, but anyway. So, I still cannot believe that you had told Ichigo about Ichibe's intentions in regards to, well, you know, there's no Soul King. So what do we do then? And, you know, from the get-go, he always had the idea of turning Ichigo into the Soul King. And that's not revealed until Can't Fear Your Own World. That's why I was like low-key freaking out. Because like, wait. They're actually incorporating that reveal into the main story? That's kind of crazy. Now, obviously, I feel like it's something that should have been in there always in the manga, but it's not. So seeing it here is like, okay. So Kubo does agree then that he needed to have it there. But yeah, I really like that Yuha uses that information to test Ichigo and being like, are you willing to basically just full on sacrifice your life in order for the three worlds to stay stable again, and I'm not the one to rule them. And I won't lie, I do like the moment where Ichigo goes, so what? And Ishida mirrors him. Reminds me a little bit of that scene in Soul Society when Renji's fighting Byakuya and Ichigo's training. And Byakuya asked, like, you know, who did you promise that you would save Rukia to? And they both say, I swore to my soul. So I like that callback here. You know, how much Ishida and Ichigo have grown to be, you know, their bond is as strong as it is now, that they're able to do that in sync. Yeah, I just wish that, like, I don't mind that Ichigo doesn't hesitate to keep going against Yuha, and, you know, just, you know, outwardly not letting him know how this affects him. He's basically focusing on the obstacle he has in front of him right now, because at the end of the day, yeah, like, if he just says like, that does seem rather bad in regards to Ichiba's plan. At the end of the day, like, Yuha will still basically get rid of everyone else in this new world, and just everything that Ichigo knows and likes and, you know, wants to protect will all be gone anyway. Whereas if he is used as a puppet or a pawn, at the very least other people will keep on living. And so in that way he'll have protected them and all the worlds. But at the same time, you know, like, thematically, it just feels off that Ichigo doesn't look bothered by this, nor do we get any internal thoughts in how he feels about it. Because, you know, Ichigo has always been he's always felt very rattled about people wanting to take his agency away, you know, always be like, oh, you really think you chose this? No. I orchestrated this. Whether it's Aizen, Yuha, and even, you know, Tsukishima and Ginjo and Fullbring. Just, you know, making fake bonds to make Ichigo's despair into just even questioning his own sanity. You know, what is the past even? Do anything I do from now on matters to these people? But I guess it's just to show his growth, that at this point Ichigo is confident enough that, you know, even if that does come to happen, that, you know, he's made into the Soul King. it'll be something that he's that he's made peace with. And so he's owning it as his own choice. Kind of like, when he was told about the combat pass and Ukitake, like, basically surveilling him and controlling his Reatsu output. Is Ichigo, by doing this, saying like, I trust Ichibei and what he, if he deems this to be the right call to protect the Soul Society, the world of the living, Wekamundo, etc., then, I trust it. I guess that's how I'm gonna take it, since it's most in line with Ichigo's growth, and I feel like that's what I am meant to take away from it. I just wish, we got some Ichigo insight in regards to his thoughts regarding this. But I still like that we got this at all. Otherwise it would feel like him going through the Irasusando and getting the Soul King memories would all be, like, for nothing, basically. I also like the beat we got of Hashbolt versus Ishida. The way that Hashbolt is just, clad with the Soul King power. I'm not entirely sure how it, in regards to the symbolism, but in regards to, the Almighty, I feel like that's Hashbolt trying to his fullest to embrace Yuha as part of his identity. And, the role of being his other half. Because, Quincy's live and die for his majesty. Even if that's not something that Hashbolt truly wants deep inside. It's something that he's resigned himself to do. Because there's just no escape, so might as well try to convince himself that this is the right path. I like that moment as well when Ichigo goes on this short speech about like, I'll protect everyone and I'll protect what they want to protect. There was also that, that moment with Inoue doing that Santen Keshun that even makes her arms bleed, but she withstands it and makes Yuha's shadows fall back. That was so cool, and it really shows her resolve, because we know that Shinshin Rika rely on her strength of willpower to achieve stronger feats. So that I really like that for her. It really goes to show how her determination to not be left behind in this fight. Also, this is the first time I noticed, but I think in the ending, yeah, in the puddle next to Kenpachi, you can see Yachiru. I'm not sure if that was always there, but I saw that. But I'm gonna leave this here. So if you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe. Till next time, see ya.